Hey everyone, this is Dylan, and today I'm going to be doing part of my DVD and Blu-ray update video for July of 2019. This will be the DVD section, so if you're coming from the Blu-ray section, welcome. If you haven't seen the Blu-ray section, definitely make sure to check it out after this. I will definitely make sure to put a link to it at the end of this video. So, kind of a little backstory about what happened. I ended up buying a ton of movies this month, and I won't go into too much of the story because I already mentioned it on the Blu-ray video, but definitely, yeah, so that's why I had to split it up into two parts. So these are the DVDs, and this first one I picked up from a thrift store, and I honestly had no idea what this was, and I didn't read it, which if I had read it, then I probably wouldn't have picked it up. But this is the Walmart, Sam's Club, and Walmart.com exclusive quarantine bonus disc, and it says A Light in the Darkness. And so this is from the quarantine movie, and I thought, for whatever reason, I thought that this was like a short film based in this quarantine universe. It wasn't. It's a bonus feature about how the crew had to work on the lighting and stuff of the movie. And if I had read the back, then it would have told me exactly that. But I guess I had like briefly skimmed it and thought that it was a short story about or a short film from the quarantine series. So I ended up getting it. It was only $1. And this actually looks like a feature that wasn't included on the Blu-ray, so I guess that's kind of cool. Then I picked this up from the Dollar Tree sale. This is called Midnight Man, and I wasn't very interested in this until I looked at the back. And there's this guy from the front has what looks like a nail through his hand, and I read a little bit, and it says he's an assassin that has a genetic disorder where he can't feel pain. So I was like, that sounds kind of interesting. So I was like, in the cart. And then this one is also from Dollar Tree, and it's called Nikki Deuces. And this was a Nickelodeon movie, and it's got the, I believe his name is Noah Monk. Yeah, Noah Monk, and he was on iCarly as Gibby. I picked this up from a antique thrift store where this booth has all their DVDs are $1.25, and all of the Blu-rays are $2, and the TV shows are $3. So I actually got a bunch of DVDs from them, and TV shows and Blu-rays, which are in a different video. But this is Megdalo, the Omega Code 2. I don't really know anything about this. I think this is kind of like a Rapture type video, but I had the VHS of this that I had gotten, and of this and the first one, but for $1.25, I was like, I'm gonna upgrade that. This was $1 from Dollar Tree, and this is called Withering High. This is a take on Wuthering Heights, I guess, and it's got James Caan in it, and he of course is from Misery, and I figured I would pick that up because it sounded kind of interesting. And again, with upgrading VHSs, this is the Alvin and the Chipmunks Scarific double feature, which includes Alvin and the Chipmunks Meet Frankenstein and Alvin and the Chipmunks Meet the Wolfman, and I had Alvin and the Chipmunks Meet the Wolfman on VHS, so I was like, for a double pack, for $1, I'll do that. I also picked up this, it's the Wild Kratts, and it's Tiny Trouble, and then also the Wild Kratts Super Sprinter, and this one actually came with a slipcover, so that's actually kind of cool. And something I thought was interesting about this show is that it's, I guess, partly made by or produced by Chuck E. Cheese, so that's kind of interesting. But for $1, I figured I'd pick those up. Then we also picked up Saving Silverman, which I don't know, it has an interesting cast. I have not heard very good things about this, but it's got Jason Biggs, Steve Zahn, Jack Black, and Amanda Peet in it, so I was like, you know what, we'll see. This one has a great cast as well, and I had this on VHS and now upgraded it to the DVD, and this was from the antique store, and this was $1.25, and this was actually brand new and it was in the original packaging, so that was really cool. But this is called Rat Race. Like, this is a ton of really cool people. Rowan Atkinson, Whoopi Goldberg, Cuba Gooding Jr., Seth Green, Kathy Najimy, Amy Smart. Like, that's a pretty great cast, so I look forward to watching this. I haven't gotten around to it, but it sounded interesting. This was from the Dollar Tree, and this is a Duplass Brothers movie, and it's called The Puffy Chair. And so I don't really know too much about this, but like like the pictures on the back make it look like it's an actual like found footage type of thing. So I was intrigued enough to want to watch it. This is from a different antique store, and I probably paid like $2.50 or something for it, but this was an upgrade to my collection, and this is The Sweetest Thing. I had the VHS and upgraded it to this. This is from a Dollar Tree, and this is called Paranormal Movie, and I'm a big fan of the spoof movies. They're pretty stupid, yes, but I definitely like to watch them and kind of see what the kind of things they're spoofing and all the little Easter eggs and stuff like that. So I picked this one up. This came from the antique store that had the $1.25 movies, and this is called The Perfect Witness. And this looks like a really cool horror thriller movie. It's got Wes Bentley in it. That was part of the reason I picked it up, because I am familiar with him, and it just seemed kind of interesting. This was also from the antique store that has the movies, and this was only $1.25 as well. And this is like the complete limited or mini series of London Spy. This was also brand new, and it also has the slipcover, so that was really cool, and I'm pretty happy to have found this. This is also from the same place, and this is called Bounty Hunters. And part of the thing that made me interested in this is it looks like it's a surfing movie that has a bunch of surfing people. The only name on this back that sounds familiar is Kelly Slater, but apparently it's filmed, there's like Tahiti, Australia, Hawaii, Europe, Indonesia, places that it has been filmed. So it sounded pretty cool, and I figured I'd definitely give it a shot. And this is kind of related. It's a Scream Factory or Shout Factory title, and this is Warren Miller's Bloopers, Blunders, and Bailouts. So I guess this is just a bunch of people wiping out, but I thought that would be kind of interesting, and for a Shout Factory title, I figured I'd pick it up. This is from Dollar Tree as well. This is Be Cool Scooby-Doo, Season 1, Part 1. And this is the like really strange animation of Scooby-Doo, which I don't know. I started watching it, and I don't know, they make the characters kind of, I don't know, kind of weird. Like, Daphne is like super stupid, and I'm not super into that, but I don't know. I guess I need to watch the rest and kind of see. And then we have this, which I found at Dollar Tree. They're kind of, the next three are kind of related, but Volume 2 of Digimon, the first season, and this is like the one that I grew up with. I have like a bunch of VHSs of episodes from this, and I was like super happy to find this because I had thought that it was out of print. And then I also picked up Volume 3, which I think is the last volume of Season 1, so all I need to do is find Volume 1 and I will be good. And then I also picked up Digimon Fusion Season 1 Volume 1, which is a completely different type of Digimon. They don't have the same characters, but I figured I'd pick that one up. I didn't pick and choose between Pokemon and Digimon. They always just kind of coexisted when I was a kid. And I think that both Pokemon and Digimon took a lot from each other. Pokemon later in the years with the Mega Evolution, which is essentially what they do in Digimon and stuff like that. So I didn't pick and choose. I was both a Digimon and Pokemon fan when I was younger. Alright, so this also comes from the antique store with the $1.25 movies, and this is it's an 8-movie collection of serial killers. So this includes the movie Spec, the Amy Fisher story, which is the reason that I bought this, because I've been looking for that Amy Fisher story movie for a long time. It's got Drew Barrymore as Amy Fisher. And so, like, my mom was really big into true crime, and she claims that she named our dog at the time, our dog's name was Zoe, and she's like, but her middle name was Amy Jo Buttafuoco Gage, and that's part of the Amy Fisher story. And then we have the Ted Bundy story. Anne Rule presents The Stranger Beside Me. We have the Elizabeth Smart story, which is actually pretty interesting. And I like to follow Elizabeth Smart because her story is kind of insane. Then we have the 6 Degrees of Helter Skelter, also Charles Manson. I was born... I haven't found an exact date, but I think I was born on the same day as the time when he did his killings. Video Voyeur, the Susan Wilson story. I don't know who Susan Wilson is. Then we have Winter of Frozen Dreams, and we have the DC Sniper's Wife. So, literally this is 8 movies for $1.25. That was a pretty good deal. I picked this up from a different antique store for probably about $2.50, and this is the Cutting Edge Chasing the Dream, and I think this is out of print, and that's mostly why I picked it up. I also really like winter sports and figure skating and stuff like that, so I decided I would pick this up. This is from the $1.25 booth antique store, and this is the Book of Shadows, The Blair Witch 2, and I was able to upgrade this. This I had on VHS as well, and I was happy to have been able to upgrade it because I definitely needed to. Then this one is kind of an upgrade as well from VHS, but this is the complete series, the Archie's Weird Mysteries, which I think has kind of, I guess was probably what Riverdale has taken influence in, but I thought that this was really cool, and I found it at my local Menards. We went there looking for furniture, I guess, and they happened to have a small little movie section. They were mostly just Mill Creek titles, which this is a Mill Creek title, but I was happy to have found it and picked it up for $7, I think. This is from the $1.28 booth, or $1.29, or the $1.25 booth, and this is also an upgrade from VHS, and this is the Mummy, the animated series, Volume 3. I was happy to have found this as well. I need to get the other volume so that I can watch the series, but happy with that. This is also from the same booth, and this is Cowbells. This is a Disney Channel original movie, and I've mentioned it a couple times on my channel, who knows where, but I've for a long time been trying to pick up all of the Disney Channel original movies that are on DVD or VHS or Blu-ray and get them, because that was a big part of my childhood. Like, this was a big part of my childhood with Allie and AJ and all of that. So I was really happy to have gotten that. This is from the same booth, and this was a TV show. I don't remember if I paid $3 for this one or if I paid $1.25. Because sometimes the TV shows are $1.25 and then sometimes they're $3, so not quite sure. But this is the first season of Life with Derek. This was a show that played on the Disney Channel, and this was a big part of my life as well. It was always one that came on later at night, probably around, I don't know, 7 or 8. I don't know what's late for Disney Channel, but yeah, I was happy to have found that and picked it up. I bought this on eBay. This is an upgrade to one of my VHSs, and this is the Lawnmower Man Jacoby's War. I think that's how you say it. I got the Lawnmower Man a couple months ago on Blu-ray from Scream Factory, so I figured I'd pick up the second one and see if it's any good, which is probably not, but we'll see. And then we also have this, which was from the $1.25 booth, and this is called Inside, and it looks interesting. Really no idea what it's about. This guy kind of looks like he's in a box under the ground, and then there's a skeleton, so it might be some sort of box movie, I guess. I don't know. This is from Dollar Tree, and this was $1, and it's a TV show called Monster Force Volume 1. So I did a little research of this, and it turns out that this was a show from 1994, which is actually a year older than me. And I don't know, it seemed interesting. This came out in 2009. There's no other releases before this one, and there was no other releases after. So I think there was a total of 13 episodes, and so that means half of the episodes in the show didn't get released. So that kind of sucks, but I don't know. Hopefully I'll watch it and it won't be as good as I think, but it probably will be, and then I'll be upset that I won't be able to watch the rest of it. I picked this up from a thrift store for $1, and this is called Soul Survivors, the Killer Cut. And this was alright. A lot of people say that this is really bad. I didn't think it was terrible, but I also didn't think it was like super good. But for $1, I was like, yeah, I'll pick that up. I think I picked this one up for $2.50. This is Swim Fan. This is also an upgrade from VHS, and I was actually really liked this movie. I started watching it after I watched You on Netflix. I definitely recommend watching that. It's a really great show, and if you are interested in seeing it on kind of like the other way around, this is kind of like You, but with a female stalker instead of a male stalker, and it takes place during high school. And then I also picked up this from Amazon Prime Day. This is Rocko's Modern Life, the complete collection, and yeah, so I'm pretty happy to have this. And then these next two are from the infamous antique store booth, and so I picked this up for $3. This is the Staircase, which I'm actually really excited to have found this because I was looking for it at one point and could only find it for like $25 used on eBay, and I got it for $3. And so this is based off of the true story of the murder of, I forget what her name is, but her husband was Michael Patterson or Peterson. I don't quite remember, but essentially what happened was his wife was found at the bottom of a staircase, and the autopsy showed results that they think that it was unable to have been, those injuries would not have been able to have been made from just falling down the staircase, so they like charged him with murder and all that. And so this is actually on Netflix if you're interested in watching that. And Netflix actually a couple of years ago did a continuation of the series, so it kind of like showed this new information and stuff that they had found. This one's another one that I've been looking for a while, and I had first came across my radar because I was looking at some sort of like list of the best canceled TV shows, and this was one of them, and I had wanted to watch it for a while, and this is called Wonder Falls. Also, part of the reason I wanted to watch it was because it takes place in Niagara Falls, and I'm originally from the Pennsylvania, New York area, and I've been to Niagara Falls several times, so I wanted to definitely pick this one up. And so far, it's actually pretty good. I've only watched about a quarter of the episodes on this, but I definitely look forward to finishing it up. And this was $3 as well. And then I picked this one up mostly because of the new iteration of the show, Scream the TV show season 3, which is kind of like a reboot, but I picked up the first season of Scream the TV show. It sucks because I don't think the second season will come out, unless, I mean, it might come out soon, or not soon, but later on. But I think that this one came out, and I think that it went out of print because I wasn't able to find it for very cheap. I think when it came out, it was like $15 or so dollars, and now it's like $20, $25. So that kind of sucks. But I think I got all caught up in the Harvey Weinstein Company issue and was unable to. They ended up not releasing the second season, so hopefully they'll end up doing that along with the third season, which, I mean, was pretty bad, but as somebody who collects things and is kind of a completionist, I would like to see it come out as well. But that is it for this DVD part of the video. If you've not already watched the Blu-ray, I will put an iCard up there, and there will also be like a little link video box to go see it after this video is over. But that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think about what I picked up below, and if you're not already subscribed and you'd like to be, please hit that subscribe button down below and give this video a like if you liked it. Thank you guys for watching, and have a great day. Bye.